And we back. Today we're rebuilding the Houston Rockets. They haven't won a championship since the mid-90s, which is not that bad. I mean, obviously there's other organizations that have zero. They have a few. They've been close to winning a couple more, being up on the 73-9. Golden State Warriors comes to mind. Today's video does not end until the Houston Rockets finally have that championship. Leave a like and subscribe. So Freddie signed a big contract where the last year is a team option or not. I think that's a visual glitch because I'm pretty sure it's a player option or a team option, but they're saying it's 3 years guaranteed. But that right there above us says the contract is only 2 years. I don't really know. They also brought in Dillon Brooks, as we talked about. First thing we got to do while we are on the subject of the Rockets organization. There we go. And then we're okay with just losing that money. Get them off the team. All right. Now, this team has a ton of young talent. Jalen Green has a lot of promise. Amen Thompson is one of my favorite rookies in this class. I'm rooting for this man. So much for his NBA career. Dillon Brooks obviously just went crazy in FIBA and helped Team Canada get a bronze medal. Jae'Sean Tate's one of the vets on the roster, but still only 27 years old. Cam Whitmore fell in the draft to number 20, and he's a stud. He's an absolute stud. And then they also got Bari, who in Summer League in year number 2 looked amazing. Tari Eason is one of the homies. This team just has, they got the leader, one of the leaders of the locker room now, and Jeff Green, Uncle Jeff. And then Sengun, a lot of people see the upside of his offensive game. So this is one of those teams that I feel like we can sit back, relax, and just let simulation do a job because you'll see Jalen Green get better, up in Sengun get better, and all of that because they're all so young. But that's not what this is about. We want to make adjustments. We want to make moves. So I do want to say right off rip, as always, these videos are not created to be realistic. So we might pull off a trade or two that you don't like. That's just the way these videos go. Okay, sit back, relax. Anyway, I think we already did our first acquisition or first thing with the team with letting Kevin Porter Jr. go. They brought back Bobby, which is fun for everybody, you know, as a guy that makes everyone laugh. He's just the life of the party. I got to interview him years ago. He was so cool. I think there's a world where Jae'Sean Tate gets traded at the deadline this year just because we have a lot of wings and a lot of stuff that that can open up minutes for other people. The starting lineup looks pretty good. I would love for the Thompson twin to start early on, but you didn't pay Dillon Brooks all of this money for him to come off the bench. So we will let Amen Thompson be the starter, let him learn from a guy like Fred VanVleet because I think eventually he's going to be more of our primary ball handler. And then, yeah, I think this offseason or this trade deadline, Jae'Sean is not even in the rotation technically. So we can see Jae'Sean moved. And I do want to get Jacques Landale some minutes. So I don't know what we're going to take Uncle Jeff's minutes a little bit. Oh, wait, we have 25 minutes because we got rid of Kevin Porter Jr. So I do want Jalen Green to take the helm as the guy. I do want Bari and Sengun to both get 30. I do want Cam Whitmore to get a decent amount. I do want 20-ish, and then just because we need some more backup center minutes, we'll give Jacques Landale some minutes. Another super fun name to say. And yeah, this is how we run it. Again, Jae'Sean deserves to be in the rotation. He's that nice, but I'm okay with not having him there, and we just moving him a little bit down the line. We'll let the other GMs know, like, hey, Jae'Sean Tate is a young, good contract player that's available. First game with the new core. Fred VanVleet's debut is amazing. Only 2 turnovers, 8 assists, and he had 19, 5, and 3 steals. I mean, if he can stay efficient, that makes us feel pretty good. Dillon Brooks, as we know, his efficiency has tanked a lot in the end of his career or the last couple years of his career, where we've had years where he was pretty okay with his efficiency. But if that FIBA run is telling us anything, he might average 25 this year on good efficiency. Walker Kessler for OG. No. But this is a really good start to our young roster, man. I'm actually surprised with the success we're seeing. I didn't expect this to be a good year. The one thing that we have to worry about with this is that we do not own our own first-round pick this year. So being bad doesn't help us. We want to make sure that the Mets are bad or the Wizards is lottery protected. But that's where our draft capital is. Through the first couple weeks of the season, we feel pretty good. Sengun this is what I'm talking about. The value of some of our players is so crazy across the league. Kelly Oubre is back with the Warriors. Anyway, I'm going to go into around the deadline, see what's going on across the league, and see what we can do with Jae'Sean Tate. Ladies and gentlemen, I got some really, really bad news. Jalen Green has a spinal injury. Spinal injury. That is awful for our organization. That is awful for the 21-year-old who's having a good, efficient year, his most efficient year as an NBA player. He has a spinal injury, and now we have to ask Amen Thompson to be the guy. And he's having a good year off the bench. But you never want to see a guy of Jalen Green's talent go down, especially not with something significant like this. We don't know what this is going to do to his progression or anything. So this is an all-time loss for the Houston Rockets and its fans to have a dude this nice go out this sad. It's important for us to get another shooting guard. Is there a shooting guard with some badges? I do see Terrence Ross. Oh, we have 15 people. We got to let go of Nerlens Noel. Thank you for your 17 seconds of we're 8 and 15, by the way. We appreciate your 17 seconds or so. We are going to sign Terrence Ross and have Terrence Ross mentor one of the young guys. You know, we need something like that. We need something that can really get our guys going a little bit more. And T. Ross is going to play a little bit because we don't need all of those minutes tied into these other dudes down here. So T. Ross, get some backup shooting guard minutes. And we're going to have you mentor probably Amin. Just because he is also a shooting guard. I don't even know what badges T. Ross got. T. Ross is sitting with Asian threes, catch and shoot, come back. Yeah, these are some good things because we want Amin Time to eventually be a good shooter. So having some shooting badges definitely helps that. But obviously a terrible day for us as Rockets, pseudo-Rockets fans in this video. We got beat by Thanasis Antetokounmpo in this game. Furkan Korkmaz finds his way on my team all the time. They won a second swap, sure. Jayshawn Tate, go try to win a championship. The 76 were buyers. There's nobody out there willing to give us a first-round pick, so we'll settle for a bunch of seconds. And, yeah, the team is not amazing at 15 and 32, and there's no real other moves to do as of right now. Freddie is all right. Growth year, man, growth year. Yeah, it sucks that we don't have an all pick and we're doing the things that we're doing now, but you know how it is sometimes. But this is good. This is good. He only has a sore back. They said 4 to 6 months, and now it's day to day. It hasn't even been 2 months. And just like that, Jalen Green is back. And they want to send Dylan Brooks to the bench. As a coach, when a person is shooting 30 or 29% from three, what am I gonna? You know what I'm saying? I gotta let him come off the bench, I guess, because yeah, that's just not good. That's just not good enough. Amin Thompson, though, you could go back to being our sixth man, because yeah, you were having a good rookie season for sure. How is Amin Thompson almost shooting better from three than you? And you were supposed to be significantly better, a lot of money. Either way, first year should be done soon, but now Fred VanVleet has an ankle. This is not super relevant. Don't expect to see any Houston Rockets anywhere around here, and I would be correct. Oh no, Amin Thompson, he was second. Someone told me that when you go to all rookie teams, because it's non-positional, the order that you see is the order that they were in Rookie of the Year. So that would mean that Amin Thompson finished second, according to that one tweet that I saw. But I guess we can kind of look up that, right? We can look that up. He did win one Rookie of the Month. In the East, we knew who it was, and out West, we knew who it was. But he did steal one. And that's cool. As you could probably guess, we finished 35. 35 wins is pretty good. I'll take that. You know, we ended up as the 11th seed. We were 4 games away from, 1 game away from being in the play-in. We lost the last 2 of the season. Yo, Rockets fans, we here. Like I feel really, really good about that, because the year before, obviously, we were awful, 22 wins. So to jump up 13 wins is pretty elite, especially 1 game away from playing. Now, we would prefer to be in the play-in, but baby steps. We did lose Jalen Green for a month or so. Jokic versus Tatum in the finals. Can Jokic and company go back-to-back? Wait, never mind, because I forgot that the conference finals MVP could go to the team that lost, and Jokic won it, even though PG and company were in the finals. They still lose to the Celtics. It's not really super relevant. All right, check it out. This offseason should be pretty good. We do have, I didn't even look to see what the Brooklyn Nets was at. I didn't look to see what anything else was at. Do we see Houston? Okay, the Nets were not very good. The Rockets were not, the Wizards were not very good, but that's top 10 protected. This is interesting. I don't know if there's a protection on this Brooklyn pick. Let's see. The answer is nope. And then our pick ends up being number 10 to OKC. So Houston fans, baby, we here. Shout out to James Harden. Still putting on for the city, getting us the 3rd overall pick in this year's draft. Now, do we need the 3rd overall pick in this draft, considering all the young talent that's already on the roster? Maybe, maybe not. The projected number 3 overall pick is Artis Westbrook. And what can he do? He can shoot the heck out of the ball. Look like he's a good scorer from Qs, but he's also 23 years old, which immediately puts him as one of the oldest players on the team. They also have Art. It seems like Art Westbrook is the almost consensus number 3 pick. Interesting. Benjamin Lyons is really good. Nobody has him fall into 3. So I'm not going to anticipate that he does. He can't really shoot the 3 ball, but he can score at 6'10" from Colorado. He up there with Deion Sanders and stuff. This is an interesting spot to be, man. It's an interesting spot to be because we can do some craziness if we really want to. Take a look around the league. The Spurs were the worst team, and then it was Utah, and then it was the Timberwolves. Okay. Out west is not a lot going on. Out east, on the other hand, have the Pacers. That was the worst team. They traded Miles Turner for Marcus Smart, it seems like. It's not a lot to really do. I was like, man, maybe we package this pick with one of the contracts that we got, and boom. But not a lot of teams like they're willing to give up their pieces, and the teams that are really bad for a reason, and they don't really have anything to give. I mean, unless you talk about Brooklyn, say, hey, Brooklyn, you want your pick back? You want your pick back? Give us Mikal Bridges, but he's only 27. Why would they want to do that? So we draft with it. Hey, another young player added to the mix of things. First pick is that guy Benjamin. He's wearing a number 38, so I don't believe he's going to be a great NBA player. Then we have Junior Randle, 6'11" center out of Georgia Tech. And then now we sit here at 4. Again, Art Westbrook is projected to go here. They also got Gary Hendricks, who I scouted, who might be Magic Johnson, but he's only 6'3". So how can you be Magic Johnson at 6'3"? Oh, I see. He's the best passing player of all time, but he can't score. Look at his efficiency numbers. But he's the best playmaking player in the history of college basketball. 15 assists a game is crazy. I'm not drafting that, man. Man, this draft pick is bad, bro. This guy could be Jimmy Butler or Bonzi Wells, but he doesn't even defend well. Like, I really want to trade out of this pick. I got to see what the trade finder's up to. We have Landale. This was something that popped up because the Jazz weren't very good, and I was interested. But last year, if his deal scares the heck out of me. But Larry Marketing coming in and starting for the Houston Rockets will be kind of crazy. And I'm definitely thinking about it. Dylan Brooks was bad. There's no way around. There's no way of beating around the bush. He was really bad this year. I don't really want him. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, gave him 1 year because that's what the Houston Rockets did in real life. But other than that, I don't really want him on the roster. Do you want your pick back? Do you want your pick back? That's where my head is at right now. Do you want your pick back? We move you over to the 3. They get to hit the reset. Call it into the league office. We trade the 3rd overall pick, and they do take Art Westbrook out of Syracuse. Rick Carlisle. That man look a lot different nowadays. But look, this guy went to Georgia Tech, and this guy went to Georgia Tech. They're both centers. They was running together. That's different. 2K. All right. We do got some 2nd round picks, I guess. I feel good about that trade. This guy is supposed to go in the top 20. We'll draft him. Do I feel good about that trade? I said we're not in the world of realism, but they were really bad. And maybe they did want their pick back, so I gave it to him. You know, we'll see what happens from it. We do got a little money to spend. We feel pretty good about, we need a backup point guard. Yeah, having a guy on a secondary unit that can really do his stuff would be cool. Or do we get a defensive-minded backup center for those tough stretches? We move Mikal over to the, Mikal at the small forward. His overall goes up. We either prioritize getting a really good backup point guard, like a Monte Morris type, or we prioritize getting a really good backup center like I said defensive-minded. It's not a lot of them out here. Guess that means point guard is the way to go. All right, backup point guard. We could get Monte Morris. I like Monte Morris. He'll be 30 this year, but that's not too bad. We throw in the team option, save a little bit of money on the back end. We renounce the rights of all of these dudes. None of those dudes was a part of the future. Shout out to the young guys, and I wish them nothing but the best in their endeavors, but they won. They won't come in here and hooping no more. I tell you that. And then the backup center, we still got money to bring in like Mason Plumlee. Do you have a good offer, Mason? Because Houston would fit you pretty well. Fred VanVleet is starting his regression, but Jalen Green jumps up 3, which makes me really happy because I didn't know after a spinal injury what that was going to look like for him. I think our team is a playoff team for sure, especially with all of these upgrades. Cam Whitmore jumps up 2. And yeah, that's our roster, boys. Are we ready to be competitive? Are we ready to make a playoff push? I mean, depending on how the league is going, Freddie and your $40 million as regressing short point guard. I don't know what type of draft capital we got, but I ain't crazy enough to say Fred VanVleet is safe just because they gave him a bag, you know? Starting lineup looks good. The bench looks good with Amin Thompson, Monte Morris, Tari Eason. Isaiah Hardenstein is back, and then Cam Whitmore. So yeah, we even got Kemba Walker and his old self with Joe Ingles' old self. We should be a team that's cruising into the playoffs. Not maybe. With Mikal Bridges out there, we should easily make the playoffs. Easily. It's fun when your team is going well and everything is great, and then your star player breaks his kneecap. If he got the same type of recovery as Jalen Green last season, it's not that big of a deal. But losing him for potentially 2 to 4 is going to suck. Luckily, we have Cam Whitmore, who this year is really, really, really good. Like really, really, really good. Now, he still don't pass the ball, but he's really, really good. So maybe it's not that big of a deal. But we just traded for him. We traded the 3rd overall pick for him. You know, even though this 3rd overall pick is not the same. I mean, we're really good. You see 21-5. They didn't even need my help. I made one move, and the team was really good. We might win a championship this year. We have the worst luck of all time, bro. This is not just bad because Freddie got injured. This is bad because we were 3 days away from the deadline. Well, I was about to ship him to Sacramento. I was about to ship him to Sacramento in a heartbeat. This video is about to be over with because the Sacramento Kings are very bad right now. Did they already do it? They already did it. Oh my God, never mind. De'Aaron Fox was sitting on the block. De'Aaron Fox had to get traded today. That's crazy. That's crazy. I was about to trade for De'Aaron Fox, but now he's in Suns land. And we have an injured point guard that we can't trade away. In the future, we lost our 2 moneymakers. These guys are not them. It should be a little bit before we get Mikal back, but a complete season-ending injury for Freddie is gonna derail our entire season. We don't have any other trades to do at this point. You know, there's no other trades to be done. We just have to sit here and accept this to be the case. If there's any silver lining, it's that Amen Thompson can run some real point guard minutes, and we can see what he looks like as a for sure point guard. But yeah, this is a rough time right now where we were promising we were a playoff team. We still will be a playoff team, I think. I don't think we've fallen out. But yeah, that's rough time. Curse season. This is a season that Rockets fans will look back on and say, what could have been? Now we have 4 to 6 for Alperen Sengun. I'm not even messing with the rotations no more. Just I've accepted the fact that we're just gonna have to deal with every single injury known to man. At least we're still a playoff team. Oh my God. Yo, the sim injuries are crazy. Okay, so our new starting lineup, we really only have 2 day 1 starters in the lineup right now. That's insane, bro. I've actually just start Tari at the 5. That's insane. Anyway, we're almost done with the season. We're probably gonna get swept in the first round with all these injuries, but so be it. At least we made it. But lining, we do see our guy Amen Thompson win 6th Man of the Year, so that's kind of fun. Zach LaVine is the most clutch player in the NBA. That's fun for me personally. But Houston Rockets fans, you know, playoff appearance is cool. We were even the 5 seed. Like, that's pretty solid. But the lineup going into it is this, opposed to having 3 of our starters are gone. Just straight up gone. Injured, gone. At least the rookie's getting some minutes, and he's not very good, but he's a rookie. Here we go, first round versus the Utah Jazz, who we almost took Larry Markin from them. They still make it to the playoffs. They now have Jordan Clarkson and Drew Holiday as a backcourt. Cool, good-looking team. I think they're going to beat us. Yep. Oh, yeah, okay. NBA championship is OKC versus Cleveland. And we're going to see the Cavaliers walk out of there as NBA champions. Great. This offseason should be interesting, to say the least. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I'm trying to make the team better. We're going to end up with the 4th overall pick. Again, another top 5 pick appearance for the good guys. We also got number 14, which was from that Washington Wizards trade that's right outside the lottery. So let's see if this draft class has somebody at 4 this time that we like. If not, it's time to trade it again. Dante Christie looks pretty solid. Good defensive player. Can shoot the 3 ball a little bit from Southern Illinois, so I kind of like that. But I would prefer to, I was going to say trade the pick with Fred VanVleet, but that does not seem like it's going to be possible. So we're going to do the good old-fashioned draft to trade. Sidney Booker goes 1. We see Dave Foster, Zach Gooden, and then us with the next pick. This guy is projected to go 1 on their board, 1 on this board, with 13 and 9 on different boards. What the heck? He can score. What's the potential like? B+, and they say Magic Johnson. Why is every young point guard potentially Magic Johnson? I don't have the answer to it. But because he has the highest ceiling of all the people we've scouted, I'm going to draft him and trade him away. He's going to be a big he got the muscles. Wow. Dang, that's crazy. And then I'm also going to draft this guy, who's Dante Christie, who we mentioned earlier, all the way down at the 14th overall pick. So that's kind of a dub. Yeah, he's a young player, only 1 badge. You know, we just got to hope that people are looking for his, what's the word I'm looking for? Potential more than anything. His actual value is going to be 3-star. Not ideal. I'm going to pick up the player option for Fred VanVleet, and we're going to use it in the trade. $44 million. You get your money, Freddie. Let's see if there's a team out there that has somebody making around that amount of money that we can go snag. A team that was bad. Well, well, yeah, he's probably still untouchable. But, I mean, who knows? I'm going to try. I'll try. I'll see if he's untouchable. Again, I really wanted De'Aaron Fox, but he's gone now. The Clippers have Kawhi. Nah, it doesn't really fit what we want to do. And then out east, Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, I could put together a Giannis trade potentially. Brooklyn is still bad. But we gave y'all somebody. Look at Art. What did he do his rookie season? He was solid. All right, the future's nice for y'all. This team is still super young. They don't really have much. This team is super young. I would love to pick up LaMelo Ball, but who knows? The Bulls have Zach LaVine, but again, doesn't fit the position of need for us. So, you know, this is about to be interesting. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Red alert, red alert, red alert. Giannis is a free agent. Oh, okay. I was thinking, man. Can you imagine now if he signs back? He does. He's going to the Pistons? Tatum is going where? To the C's. Okay. We still have an opportunity to potentially get Luka Doncic. Question is, do we have the value that is needed to get Luka? Last year of his deal with a player option. Obviously, Freddie is there for the money aspect. We'd have to throw them some of the younger guys. So we'll give them Lester. I'm just trying to see the values at right now. I just want to see what the value of all these players are. Thompson's valuable. Jabari's valuable. Okay, so this is our treasure trove of assets. We would be willing to give up Cam, even though I don't want to because that's the guy. He has a bright future, all right? So let's start off with this, and then we start to think about draft capital. The Brooklyn Nets are going to be bad next season. We still have that pick. We have our own pick for the future, and then we can give them both Brooklyn Nets picks. They're saying no to it. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Would you prefer to have Tari Eason instead of one of those picks? Here's the other one. Yeah, none of these players are like the generational talent that you would want to get back. I'm trying to have my cake and eat it too. That's not something you're going to be able to do in a situation like that. You're going to have to part ways with one of the core players, you know. And Barry's been really good. This is Luka Doncic we're talking about, you know. So we do that. We also give them Lester. And then if they want Christie, they can have Christie too. Yeah, they can have Christie too, I guess. And then you give us back Grant for the money aspect. They're going to say no. And then we give you the Brooklyn pick. They still say no. Luka, come on, man. No. This is basically the best offer we could throw together without giving up Jalen Green, which is not something I want to do. So the Luka deal is dead. The only thing I can hope for is a little fake signing trade, but it looked like he's going to the Pistons. That sucks, man. All right, is there any other team out there that disappointed or that's been together for way too long and not being good so we can say that it's time for them to break up their core? But I don't like that front court defensively. I don't like the front court, so we got to move, man. We might have to just keep them on the roster until the deadline again. I wanted it to be an offseason thing, but it doesn't seem like there's going to be assets out there to do, so we just need to bring back our guys. So Jalen Green, Alperen Şengün. Şengün has an offer from the Pacers that we got to match, and then Jalen Green does it. We give Jalen Green all the money that he wants because he's that nice, and then we just match LP once the offer comes in, and it should be now, right? That's a lot of money, man. Wow, that's a lot of money. LP, what were you doing this year? Let me see. He averaged 13 and 9 with 5 assists, good efficiency, even hit the 3-point ball. Yeah, we got it. We got to match it. Yep. It's a lot of money, but hopefully he makes it worth it. We need another wing player, and then hopefully everybody's healthy at the deadline this year. Hopefully everybody's healthy I'm talking to my team here. Hopefully everybody's healthy enough that we don't have to worry about missing out on an opportunity to make a trade because somebody got injured down the stretch. We're actually going to start Amin at the 1. Hopefully this overall does not go down. It stays beautiful. It's time for Freddie to become a backup. He regresses again. So, yes, it's time for Amin to take the starting point guard spot. So there's that. And now I'm thinking about the trade that we're going to potentially do. If Amin is the point guard of the future and in the now, maybe it doesn't make sense. Maybe it's, this is not a championship team yet, you know? It's really good, but it's not a champion. We got to figure out what that move is to get us to championship. So I'm going to go again, see who's selling or rebuilding, and then that's when we're going to make our decision on February 1st. Big moment in this franchise's history right here, right now. We have to see if the Brooklyn Nets suck. The answer is absolute. We got it, boys. That pick is about to be crazy valuable again. And now we have to see if there's a team out there that is selling. Victor Wembanyama is not untouchable. Yep, he's not untouchable. This team is buying. Like, I would love to add Devin Booker or Kevin Durant to the team, but for some reason they're buying, or even De'Aaron. I would love to add one of those guys, but they're buying even though they're bad. Let's see. Another rebuilding team. They ain't got nothing I want anyway. Here's a selling team with a Giannis Antetokounmpo on it. DeAndre Ayton is just getting traded left and right, by the way. He's just one of those dudes. He's the new Luka Ritnow, I guess. The Bulls don't have anything. We don't really care about 30-year-old Zach LaVine or 34-year-old Kawhi Leonard or Trae Young. Dang, it's not a lot of teams. I mean, Larry Marketing is a guy who just signed an extension. We can add him to our list on the rebuilding team. But for the most part, it's not a lot of teams out there, man. Sheesh. Donovan Mitchell now plays with Luka, and they're not good. Like, that's so crazy to think about. Brandon Ingram is last year for his deal. We don't want Brandon Ingram last year for his deal, just in case we don't win. Okay, well, we have a list of players. Some of them more valuable than others. Wemby has more value than 31-year-old Giannis, but 31-year-old Giannis, I'm going after Giannis first. All right? I'm going after Giannis first. You know, he's got a no trade clause, so we have to pray that he waives it. He would not. Okay, we're cooking. We're going to cook. All right, so boom, 3-star value, and then Christie was 2.5-star value. Okay, great. You give us back Norman Powell. We'll take the extra cash, man. We don't really care about that. We're willing to give up Tari Eason because we're getting into power forward, one of the greatest ones. And then you give us back Jackson. Boom, they're gonna say no. Here's the pick. Boom. The Giannis deal is. I don't even know what we gave up. Let's go recap. Fred VanVleet, 2 people that don't exist. Tari Eason, who's the homie, but 1 pick. Just 1? That pick is that valuable. And now, Bari, you're a 6-man. I'm sorry. You got to be a 6-man now. Okay. All right. Now, we need some safety blankets. We need a backup shooting guard. We have so much draft. Oh, we have Cam Whitmore, who's just injured right now, who can run backup shooting guard. Or, I guess not. We can move him to backup shooting guard. We want to go around the league one more time to see if there's other backup players to really think about. But whoa, Giannis trade is done. All right, so that was so fun. I would be cool with having Malachi Branham. He's a cheap player. Leave a like for the Giannis trade on the 4th video of the cycle. We trade for Giannis that easy. A low key we should have made a deal where we ended up with Quentin Grimes. I'm going to try to get Quentin Grimes from them too, because why not? Quentin Grimes is a really good player, and he fits a role that we desperately need on this team. He's only making $2 million, so that's what makes it tough. We give them we give them RJ Hampton, and then seconds. Here's a bunch of second-round picks. We got so many second-round picks that they're coming out of our ears. Here's another second-round pick. Here's another second-round pick. Okay. All right. I mean, is he good enough to throw a first at? I mean, we won't be able to retain him this season, but should that matter? We'll give them one of our picks because we're gonna be good, and they still say no. And now this is where the seconds come into play. Come on, man. Thank you, Quentin Grimes. Welcome to the team as well. That's a really good backup to have. It's a really, really good backup to have. And I would love to upgrade our backup center as well. Shout out to iHeart. Welcome back to the team, but you guys to go. Just because I feel like we could do better than a 78. We put A. Jackson there, and then a second from the Timberwolves or something. There's got to be a backup center out there somewhere. A 31-year-old Clint Capella who's trying to get a ring finally. Wow. All right, so it's Amen Thompson, Jalen Green, Mikal Bridges, who's really upset for some reason. His points per game have dropped significantly. Is his tendencies high? His tendencies are still okay. We can raise him a little bit. But he's unhappy, which scares me because this is last year of a deal. So if he does not resign, we're kind of messed up. We just have to hope we win, I guess. But he's upset. But the bench having Bari, Clint Capella back, you know what I'm saying? Q Grimes, Monte Morris, and then eventually this spot will go to our guy Cam when he's done with his injury. If that's not a championship team, I don't know what it is. Giannis, let's get it done, man. Let's get it done. And Cam is back. Let's get it done, Giannis. It's your time to get number 2. Where did MVP you see get traded halfway through the season? It's Giannis. Oh, and look, everything works out perfect because they ended up with the Rookie of the Year. It was unrelated to us, but you know, Brooklyn, look at you. All right. Here we go. We have the MVP. We have the Coach of the Year, Ime Udoka. I mean, Houston basketball is at its peak again. It is time for us to win. We are the 1 seed by 11 games. 11 games. If you wanted to see the stats, here they are. Giannis and Jalen Green both average similar numbers. We do see the first season of our guy Amen starting at the point guard at 17, 6, and 6, which is great. What did you shoot the three? Not very well. Okay. Off the bench, we do see Bari average about 13. Same thing with Mikhail. Again, he's probably still upset. Who cares? Go win a ring and everything will be good. You know, let's see what team we go against. It will be the Grizzlies, who still have Ja Morant, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Ja, but no Desmond Bane. But Jaren is still there. They got some shooters. Frank Jackson's back in the NBA. They have a small backcourt, though, between Frank Jackson and Ja Morant. Ja just dominated game 1. We come back into game 2. We win by 30. That makes me feel good about the rest. 2-1 us. 3-1 us. They got a lucky game 1. Ja Morant was him that game. Then we see Jokic in the second round. His team has Bones Highland back. The rest is pretty uniform. There's no Jamal Murray. I don't know if he's injured or he's gone, but these guys are trying to do it again. They got a couple championships, or did they get another one? They got at least one. We know that for sure because they have it in real life. 2-0, 3-0 conference finals against who? Is it Dame and Comp? Hyperextended knee. You can hoop through that. Instead, it's going to be Anthony Edwards with Karl-Anthony Towns, Jalen Duren. McDaniels is still there, and they got Jerome Berry, who is not good enough to guard our guy Amen Thompson. Giannis go ahead and dominate Karl-Anthony Towns, man. He's not strong enough. Oh, they took game 1. All right, Giannis dominate Karl-Anthony Towns. Mikhail is back, and that's good. There's a domination game. Come on, 3 games away, 2 games away, 1 game away, and we are in the NBA Finals to go against LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. Quentin Grimes has a bruised heel. It's the NBA Finals, my boy. Suck it up. Here we go. Junior Randle ended up being pretty good at 81 overall. They're not as good as we are, as you can imagine. But for security, I will shorten the rotation because we cannot. They went from a play-in to the finals, by the way. We cannot afford to lose this because I don't know what happens with Quentin Grimes. I don't know what happens with a lot of these people. TJ McConnell has a stomach virus. Didn't even know he was on the team. Had no idea. But he has a stomach virus. Doesn't matter. We're 2 games away. He's done with the stomach virus. We're 1 game away. Giannis, the greatest trade. Oh my God, Amen Thompson gets the finals MVP. That makes me feel really happy. The greatest trade deadline acquisition used to be Kevin Durant going to the Phoenix Suns, and now it is Giannis coming to the Houston Rockets. We win the championship. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and we'll be back tomorrow. Peace.